Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to share with you a paper bag journal, and I did not even go back and look at how to do this, so we're gonna just make it up as we go. I have made these in the past and I thought they were a lot of fun. So I'm using a regular lunch bag. I made a bunch of these one year for my mom's group and they loved them. They're nice size to tuck in a purse. This one measures a little over 5, a little under 11. And so the first thing that I want to do is, well, first of all, let me tell you what I got here. I've got the lunch bag. I've got some leftover words. This is from Pink Monarch Prints. I've got some leftover pieces from, what is this from? Stamperia. I don't remember, Old Lace something, but it might be two different collections. I'm not sure. I don't remember what they are. So that is what I want to use on this journal. So I want to start out, what I like to do is just take it and kind of use my bone folder to flatten it out, because sometimes the bag is not straight, we know that, but sometimes it's also just a little bit fat. Like if it's not folded right, then it's not going to lay flat. So this is going to be the outside, and so I really want to focus on that. I'm not real concerned about whether this goes crooked or anything like that. I just want to be able to fold it and not have it bunch up on me. So yes, it's a little cold in my house. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Heater hasn't worked for the last 3 days, so I don't know. I'm about to give up. I read an article today that said that our gas bill in California is going to be 90% higher than it was last year. So maybe I don't mind using some blankets. By the way, I did get my nails done, and I don't remember the brand of polish, but oops, got a hangnail there. It's the color of this gel polish is lit, L-I-T, and it glows in the dark. So that's fun. Anyway, we're going to take the bottom of this bag and we're going to fold it up, and I'm going to flatten that down, and this is going to just give us a little tuck spot in the back. I am going to go ahead and glue that because I'm not going to mat underneath. Ooh, got a bunch of gook. Clean that out. So I'm just going to glue down the sides here, waiting for the ketchup commercial comes to mind. Okay. Like that. Okay. And I'm just going to fold that over. So I've got a pocket. I will mat this, but I'm not going to mat this because it's not really going to be seen, so it doesn't matter. All right. Then, once this is down, we're going to go ahead and glue in here. Okay, that's the next thing, because I don't really need it. If you wanted to, you could use this as, I guess, a little tiny pocket, but I'm not going to, so I'm just going to put some glue in there and glue that down. There again, use my bone folder. Yeah, flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Don't need to cover the whole thing in glue, but as long as you get that outside edge down. All right, and you know, paper bags are thin paper usually, so that gives it a little bit of strength as well. So let me just double check. I want to put a little bit of glue in here. Now you could leave that as a pocket as well, but I'm just going to glue it down this side. This was the piece. We could have done this, done the sides first before we folded the pocket up, and then we wouldn't have had to do that twice. Okay. There we go. Now let's fold this part over to meet up with this. There we go. Okay. So there is our book. Okay, so we have the little pocket back here, and we have a pocket here. I did not glue this down because you can use both sides. If that bothers you, go ahead and glue it down and just use the one side. But I'm going to leave it. Okay, so let's mat. We will mat, and then I didn't pull out any papers to use in here yet, so let's see what we want to use here. I know I want to use on the cover this, I want to use Inspire. See if there's anything else. These are great words. Unstoppable, powerful, determined, strength. Oh, I love this word sheet. Okay, so let's use Inspired though. I think I like that one. And I am not going to bling it up, but you could. The paper already has so much bling going on. It's got lace, it's got pearls. There again, we are still, in fact, this is our last project for, I lost my ink pad. There it is. Last project for January. And what we've been focusing on in January is our back to basics. So any of these journals that I've made, what do? We did an envelope journal, we did a file folder journal, and now we're doing the paper bag journal. Any of these can be made with any size envelope, folder, paper bag. A large grocery bag probably give you an 8.5 by 11. I'm not sure the sizes, but a nice good art journal would be great, you know. So all right, let's leave that and get rid of these. And I'm not going to look at these yet. I want to see which paper I want to use on the cover, because I'd like to have kind of just a general background like this, and then maybe use one of these little, maybe I want to use this butterfly for the cover. Will it fit? No, it doesn't fit. Is there another one? Let's see what all I've got. I've got lots of corsets. I've got these flowers. Another corset. Larger corset. Writing tag. There's another label piece. How about this? Let's use that. We could use that on the front. That'd be nice. And okay, let's do that then. So how big do I want this? I want to come in a little bit, maybe leave a border. So let's go right there and right here. I know you guys are in shock. I'm not measuring. I am not. Move this around the other way and hope that I can see my marks. Yes, I can. Okay. Let's see. Well, I saw that mark. Did I cut off the other one? Nope, there it is. I see it. Sometimes you have to hold it up to the light to get that little shiny piece of graphite to show. All right. So there again, I am going to ink with this because the ink does add. You could tear this paper and that would add another dimension as well, which would be fun. I probably should have done that, but we're going to be tearing paper next month. So for February, I'm going to be doing out of the ordinary, unusual, oddball journals. And I'm not going to write all that in the description box or in the title, so you'll just know that that's what they are. Let's see. Oh yeah, so let's put that on there. This was the cover page of this design. I don't even remember what I used this on. I know I made a couple of journals with this last year. I see people buy the Stamperia and I always love it. I love all their designs. I just can't afford to buy and lose that second side. And that's the thing. Sometimes the paper I want is on both sides. I'm like, I can't choose. And I guess I should say, I can't afford to buy two of each collection. Well, I can't justify it. Let's put it that way. I don't want to justify it because I'm not cheap. What's the word? Frugal. There we go. Frugal. Not to take away from Lindsay because she's the frugal crafter, but I try to be a little bit frugal. So I'm just going to ink up this little bit. Now, you would not even have to mat any of this. This would make a really cute journal, even with what do you call it? Plain paper. Leave it undone. But I am going to use, let's see, this is a background, so I could use this. Yeah, it's just about the right size. If I cut off a 1/2 inch, I can use that on the back. Excuse me. So let's do that. 1/2 inch. Okay. Try to get this done in one go. We'll see how it goes. So let's see. We got our water heater fixed, so it's been so nice to have our hot showers back. There was no pipe burst. It was just the water heater. So there, even though it flooded my laundry room and everything, everything is dried out now. That smell is gone. Oh, I hate that smell of wet wall. So I've got to get something. If you know of some kind of spray that I can spray on the wall, our garage is not finished. And so behind the water heater is just drywall. And of course the paper got wet, so it's got spotty mildew stains on it. And I'm wondering if there's something I can buy to spray on that paper to keep that mildew from spreading. So if you know of something, I thought, well, maybe I don't want to really spray Clorox on it, but I don't know what that would do to the chalk underneath. So, all right, which way up? This way. But anyway, I need to do something, and I guess maybe I was thinking of, I don't know how to get behind the water heater to paint, because I thought, well, we could use like Kills that has the anti-mold and mildew primer in it or something like that, but the water heater's in the way, so it's not like you can just reach back there and paint, because it's really tight to the wall. So, I don't know. But anyway, that's coming along. The heater is I'm just not going to even deal with the heater anymore. It has been kind of moderate, not too cold, and spring is coming, so I'm not even going to mess with it. I got a little bit of seepage there. My daughter's car, we took it this morning for the 3rd time to get repaired. Hopefully, well, actually, it's the 4th trip for the 3rd repair. We took it on Saturday, and the part hadn't come in, so we got turned around, sent home. But, yeah, so they're fixing that right now. And we got the recall work done on the car, our other car, and that didn't cost us anything, thank goodness. It was just a recall where they had to reprogram the computer, and it had something to do with emissions. I'm not quite sure exactly what that was all about. And so we got that. However, because it was a recall thing, we have to go to AAA to get it done, or go to DMV. We can't do it online renewal, so husband's got to take that in. It has to be the registered owner, and that was his car, so he's the registered owner on it. Anyway, it's like when it rains it pours. We've done nothing for 2 years, and then everything happens at once, and it's just, I'm like, what is happening? And then there's the everyday life and the goings on and the comings and goings and the doctor's appointments and all that stuff. So, oh well, we'll survive. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty. I think I don't want to throw that away. I just want to cut these pieces off so I can save that. These could be used. They have that linen texture, but I'm not saving them. I've got too much stuff saved. I'm thinking about maybe putting this over in the corner. What do I do with it? There it is. Inspire. I need to ink this. And maybe just very basic like that. What do you think? I think I like it. So let's ink up around this. And I think I am going to just use the tan paper in here and a ribbon. And that way the pages will be, because I don't think I've done that kind of binding yet, have I? Have I done a removable binding? Or, yeah. I got to tell you, last night on Jeopardy, there was a category for bookbinding, and I thought, yes, I got this. It had nothing to do with bookbinding. I didn't even realize. It was a name of a book at the top and a name of the book at the bottom, and you had to find the word that was in common between the two. Totally not bookbinding, but you know, I was like disappointed in that. Like, oh man. Oh, there was a picture on the other side. Yeah, I want to use the flower. So I hope everyone's having a good week. Today is Thursday, and I'm hoping to get this video up to you. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, well, probably not Sunday. Sunday is our day off. It's our day, church day, football day, kick back, relax, family day. So try not to work on Sunday. But Friday and Saturday I'm going to spend planning next month and getting some stuff prepped for the not so ordinary. Maybe I'll do it that way. Not so ordinary journals. Okay. I found some really fun stuff I think you're going to like, and I'm probably repeating myself, but for those who missed it the first time, you get to hear it this time around. There we go. Inspire. Okay, that's very basic. I should have started with this one. I think I'll use one of these papers. Let's see. I'll use one of these. Let me get all these little pieces off. I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that's on my shelf and organize. I did finally get some black 3-tiered rolling shelves from Target or Walmart. I wanted 3. Well, they're 3 tiers. I wanted 3 shelves. 3 actual carts, but I only could get 2. So I'm on the lookout for another one, because I bought some on Amazon and they were, 24 inches tall, which I didn't realize how big they're very close to the IKEA ones. And those don't fit under my desk because they're really tall. And I love it. So I'm going to be organizing some stuff too, little by little. I'm trying to do 15 minutes a day without making a bigger mess. So we'll see how far I get. Now I am going to measure this part because I want to leave a little border. And oh, I didn't mat this one. Okay, let's see. What do we got? And I forget I can use the other side too. That might be fun to put right there. just cut that out. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do, where'd my pencil go? Here it is. Let's do, if we're going to do it just on the pocket, I'm going to do about right there. So here and here. Hopefully that comes out about right. And sorry, you guys won't be able to see this. Unfortunately, I can't get my camera up any higher because I've got like 14 inches between the two shelves, and if I put it way up there, you can see everything, and I don't want you guys to see it. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. So then I want to cut here. Yeah, I look at all, I've been seeing a lot of the craft organization videos, and everybody's craft room is so cool. Mine is a wall. And I unfortunately went with black cubby holes, and I really like the cleanness of everybody's IKEA craft rooms that are all white and nice and clean and shiny. So I'm kind of wishing I had gone with white. Actually, the color that I went with is espresso, but it looks like black. And then this that I work on, this is a door. We went to Home Depot and we got 2 doors with the hole. They're hollow core doors with the hole, and all my plugs go through the hole, so it worked out perfectly. So I've got on this wall of my master bedroom 2, 4, 6 4x4 or 2x2 for a total of 4 cubbies, and they're vertical like this, vertical, and going this direction. And then I have the doors going across the top. And then on just right here where I'm working, I thought, well, I need some shelves up here. So I went and got some 12-inch boards to run across inside the cubbies. And on the other side of this shelf, I have, you know, the sewing machine area and all my sewing stuff and paper stored. But it's just, it started out as such a great idea. And I thought, oh, this is going to be neat and tidy, and then you can't see your stuff, and so you pull stuff out and you don't put it back. And I've been doing really well with the organizing little things that I got from Harbor Freight, so that's nice because I can see what's in those and I can pull those down. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those up there on the top shelf, and they have all my embellishments and stickers and fabric and stuff. But down here on the bottom is another story, and the main thing is I just have too much stuff. So I'm trying little by little. I'm not going to overwhelm myself by pulling everything out in one day, but I'd like to downsize 50%. That's my goal. So I'm taking one cubby and I'm splitting it 50%. It's going to be harder when I get to, like, I'm not going to split my ink pads. Not going to split my markers or anything like that. I like that. That's cute. All right, I'm going to cut this into a cover for the signature, and it's striped on the other side, but that's okay. I'm going to make this sticking with about that 1/8 of an inch, so 7.5 by right there, 4 3/4. Okay, 7.5, 4 3/4. I'm gonna put all this stuff up. So bring the cutter back. So 7.5 and 4 3/4. So, and then I will fold that, and I think that'll work for the outside. I think you could still write on this if you wanted to, so I think I'll do this on the outside. So let's fold that and see how that fits in. I'm going to put another little tuck spot on this side, but I just want to get this sized, and I can use this as a template for my paper. Perfect. I like that. Okay, so let me get the tan paper. Okay, I'm going to use 5 sheets of paper, and then if we want more, we'll add more. So I'm going to do this way. I've got, this stuff needs to go. Oh yeah, I found some, I don't know if I showed you this or not, but it's something I got in the mail from the taxidermy. It's paint rub-on, but it's like metallic. And it's really, really cool. So I want to use this. You can't really see that, but there's, you know, different colors. So I've got gold, there's like a green, a rust, a silver, a copper. This is kind of a brown, and then like a, I don't want to cross-contaminate. Let's use another finger. Like a blue. It's a real pretty dark blue that I like. And yeah, so I want to use some of those. I was looking into like the little pot of gold and all of those. Well, pot of gold is candy, maybe that's not what it's called. Anyway, the rubbing wax, and they're so expensive, and I paid $7 for this. And so, I mean, yeah, it's not going to last me forever, but from what I've seen, I don't want it to last forever because everybody's having to soften their wax because it gets hard and dried out. And I thought, well, you know, it's not an awful lot of wax, but I'm going to use it. I can see it, and that's my focus for the future is I want something I can see and have it near me where I can use it, because I'm tired of buying stuff and trying to find a place to put it, and then I never use it because I can't find it where I put it. So anyway, okay, I've got 5 sheets of paper. Okay. So that was 29 minutes down. I have decided I'm going to use another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 full sheets should give me 20 pieces, and that will give me 80 sides. Is that right? So yeah, I'm doing 4 3/4 here. Now, the size you use there again is going to depend on the size of your bag. So you'll have to measure. But yeah, so this will give me, and I'm just keeping those for, what will I do with these? Probably I will use these for flip overs or making paper clips. And who knows, I may end up just tossing them. I didn't cut the 1 inch off, so let's do 7.5. And 7.5. Yeah, I bought new blades for this old Fiskars. I've had this one for almost 22 years. And she takes a licking and keeps on ticking. But she's not a Tyvek. Okay, so somehow I ended up with a, oh, that's from those stamps from the other day. A little piece of acrylic. Okay, so I've got 20 pages here, and I probably should have just folded the 5 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I'll bring out my scoreboard to help me. And there we go. I'm just grabbing a hunk. There we go. Oh, well, don't grab it that way, Kristi. Let's make sure that it's together before we try to fold it. And probably grabbed an extra piece from the other stack. And I've got a little bit of blue on there, but I'm not worried. I still have blue on my finger. That's my bad. It'll match with the gray. It's on here. Yeah. Sometimes it wants to bend if you do too many. So, all right. So let's separate these out. Yeah, I was doing 6 here. It makes a difference. And then we'll get them all like this, and we'll use our bone folder and burnish them flat like that. So there we go. Really trying, you know, not to lick my fingers. I mean, you know, are birthdays ever going to be the same again? Are people going to ever blow out the candles again? I don't know. You know, we never questioned it over the years, and we just did it. It was something we were raised doing, making that wish. So what we've been doing is making a cupcake for the top of the cake and giving that to the birthday person. I don't know. Even with family, you can't be too careful. Don't want to live paranoid, but I want to be careful and safe. I don't lost you know, when you're losing people that you know, it's hitting closer to home now, that it's really rough and tough. Okay, so we've got all these. That's what I want to put in there. So now that I've got them folded, I'm going to stick them back inside each other. I need to get one of those little stamp pads I used to have from work, where it was just a little wet sponge. That's what I mean. And you know, we would wet our fingers with that, so we weren't always licking our fingers. Because paper does stick together, and when you work with a lot of paper, your fingers dry out a lot, so it can be difficult sometimes to get things where you want them to be. I think there's another, yeah. Okay. There we go, almost there. And there we go. All right, so there's our 20 pages, so 20, 40, 60, 80 sides, and our signature cover, and then that will go in here, and I am going to use a ribbon binding for this. While I've got this, though, I think I want to use it for a journal card. So let's see. Let's see if this fits in there. I'll just cut off the piece. Let's see. Maybe I'll do 2. Oh, I don't want it to go past the fold. So let's do that. Okay. And if I've gone too far, I can always trim it off. So let's see what that comes out to. 3 3/4. Okay. 3 3/4. And we'll just do 2 of those. And then we can use this one for the back pocket. So I want to round these corners. You can use any kind of corner rounder. You can, if you don't have a corner rounder, you can use a bottle to draw and cut around the corner, or you can leave them square. It's not necessary. I like to round my journal cards because I think it's just slightly easier to get them in and out of the pockets. There we go. All right, so we've got, oh, there's words on the back of this. I never even noticed that. Cool. All right, so that's going to go inside this front pocket. So one on this side. Where'd the words go? Yeah, let's go this way. And one on that side. So there's 2 pieces in there. Probably could have done that a little bit smaller, but they're not sticking out. They're just sticking out far enough for you to see them. Plus they've got the thumb hole here. So this is going to go here, and you can see the papers are going to stick out a little bit. If you don't want the papers to stick out, you can trim this down, or you can run a piece of lace on the inside of here and here, and then that's not going to show at all. But let's find a piece of seam binding. I have some that's coffee dyed somewhere. That's not going to work. Well, let's use this because it's got that gray. So let's do, well, I'm going to do 24 inches and we'll see if that works. Basically, all I'm going to do is open this to the center. Maybe. Is that the center? Yes. Stick my ribbon in here, and I'm going to lay it this way. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to put this over here and tie this around the cover, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes when I wrap the ribbon around for the binding, I just can't seem to get it tight enough. Now, if I do it this way, it's going to be, I don't want it so tight that this is happening, okay? I just want it tight enough for that. But when I add those pages in, and I may not add them all, but when I add those pages in, where's that piece? I think it's this one. Oh, for heaven's sake. Tie a bow, Kristi. Okay. I want that to go a little bit bigger this way. Okay. So it's a little bit loose, is my point. Okay. But when I start adding these papers underneath, it's going to tighten that up a little bit. So let's see if we can get them all in there. If we can get them all in there without, maybe not. I'll put half, and then we'll add the others a little bit at a time, because I don't want to get it so full that it's bending the outside of the book, because I don't want that to tear. So just little at a time. Sometimes it's easier if you don't care where they are. Sometimes it's easier to go in between like that. Sometimes it's not. And sometimes I'll take my bone folder and I'll use my bone folder to kind of lift the ribbon like that. And then get that in there. I'm going to try to get all this in there because I'd like to have a nice little page. But what I like about this is that these pages are completely removable. Now, you see how it's bending? I might want to take about maybe 1, 2, let's take 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still going to leave us with 60 sides. Okay. So let's get that in the middle. Get that up in the middle like that, and close. So see, it also is not sticking out as far on this side. You can bring this ribbon around to the front. You could put a little dab of glue there if you wanted, but you can see it's not as loose as it was, and it's not necessarily bending the sides there like that. So that's a cute little pocket book. Let's get a journal card, and it will be a little bit slippery. The thing is, it will lay flat. Your pages will lay flat for writing on them, and that's one of the things I like about the ribbon binding. So let's get up something for back here. So maybe that same 3 3/4 will work. Let's see. I don't know if I cut it on the right side or not, to be honest. It may not fit in that pocket. Nope. All right, I'm going to cut off about 1/2 inch on the other side. And then see if that works. Nope. Well, we'll just keep cutting it until we get it to the right size. Cutting off another 1/2 inch. That should be about right. So I am going to round these. I'm using the 1/2 inch side. Now, if you wanted to kick this up, you could add lace, you could add pearls, you can add ribbon, you can add, what else could you add? Anything. There was something I had in my mind, but I don't remember what it is at the moment. So you can actually write here, you can write in here. Yeah, that's gonna fit. Just barely sticking out. And let's put something here. If you don't like this to be removable, you could totally do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch and sew it in, and then it'll be permanent and you wouldn't have to worry about it sliding around. I kind of like the idea of being able to remove the pages, especially on something this small. But let me get a piece that I can put on the side. So let's see what I've got. Where's the ephemera? Because I'm thinking maybe I could just use that piece from the back. Well, it's not quite long enough. What else? Oh, none of these are really long enough, and I don't want to, excuse me, destroy those. Let's see. I've used that. Where's that other piece I used that? Okay. I don't think there is any more of that. Is there? So, let's use this. And I just want maybe like 1.5 inches. So, let's do it this way. That's like 1 inch. Well, I'm gonna have to go this way. 1.5 inches. Just cutting a strip off the side. Okay. And then ruler. What did we decide to do here? Is this the 4 3/4? Okay. 4 3/4. Okay, so which side do we want? That side or this side? This goes this way. I kind of like this side. Let's do this one. And then I'm just going to tuck a couple things in those pockets, and we're going to call it done. Easy peasy. You can see I did this in about, an hour, and I'm just using my leftovers. So, yeah, this could be any design. I have made these for Christmas. I have made them for, just kind of floral, generic books. But, yeah, you could use lined paper. That would be fun. Come on, glue. Okay. I think I glued the wrong side, didn't I? Nope. I did it right. All right. I'm going to bring it out from the spine just a tad and center it top to bottom there. And then let's find something to tuck in there. We've got these little, this might be fun. So let's do this. I wonder how these would print on the Scan and Cut. What I'm finding in my research with the Scan and Cut, you have to have a bold enough line on the outside. And I know Daisy at Tsunami Rose, she is designing for the Scan and Cut now, not for the company, but to use with her Scan and Cut. So she is outlining a lot of her ephemera and stuff so that it comes out. We'll cut out. So that's cool. Good to know it's not me, that it just picks up all of the details. And so from probably I will do the same thing with my designs and try to make sure there's an outline around them. I don't know if it matters if it's black or white, because sometimes I do like to have a little white edge. It's called an offset. I think I'm going to put that one like that. That's cute. Anything else I want to stick in here? I think I'm going to get my hole punch and punch that because I don't want to cut it. I should have used this on the front. I don't think that's bigger, way bigger. I didn't even realize I had that big of a punch. That's even bigger than that. The Scallop Punch. I don't even know if I've ever even used this, to be honest with you. But let's try that. You got to get close enough to it. I'm not sure I can center that. Looks like I'm going to have to get closer. Let's try this one. And see if this one might not have enough border around it to work. So, oh, maybe. Let's try it. We'll try it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to line it up. Slowly closing it. That looks good. Yeah, that works. And then I will just ink around the edges of that. Oh, look at that, double-sided. There's one thing I can't do with my printer. I cannot get it to double-sided print and line up the ephemera. Okay, so let's tuck that in there, and then I think we're gonna be done. I think we're gonna call that done. So I may have to retie this to make it a little bit tighter. Maybe instead of using a ribbon, if I can find a little bit of twine or jute, that might work better than the ribbon, or a skinnier ribbon. I kind of like having it on the front of the book, but I'm not sure it'll stay on the front of the book like that. So maybe if I do tack a little piece of glue, then that would be okay. I don't want it to cover up my Inspire. So let's put this down here and do it like that. Okay. So there we go. There is and you know, you can put a closure on this if you want. But there's just a simple little paper bag book to use, and the more you use it, the more it's going to stay. I definitely I think I'm going to go with a thicker, a smaller twine for this size of book. I've got some jute around here somewhere, so I think I will look for that. But in the meantime, this will do, and it does seem to be getting a little bit looser, so maybe I will go ahead and tuck in some of that extra paper. But anyway, make it your own. I hope you'll try it. I'll see you next time. It'll be February. We may start February a little bit early. Depends on my schedule. I'm hoping to come back Monday. So see you next time. Bye now.